Hey guys, Trinity here with another episode of A.D.D Me To Mix, episode 5, and I'm recording this right before I leave for my trip, which I'm supposed to leave at 2. I haven't packed or done anything yet, and it's 1:31. Plus, I'm trying to make these like a longer podcast, so realistically, my mom's probably not even packed, so we're probably gonna leave around like 5, because we stay one time and then we won't leave for like hours just because I guess we get sidetracked because I have a family full of ADHD. Sometimes like we all butt heads because of it because we want to talk about one thing, but then one person will be on talking about something else. One person will be ready to go, and then we'll just all be all over the place, pissed at each other because it's like no one can keep up with each other. But welcome to this episode, so let's get started. This week's episode subject is going to be routines because one of my main struggles are routines. For most people, routines aren't even a thought in the mind, like it doesn't take any space in the brain. By that I mean, usually when you do a routine, it sort of just happens with no thought, like a habit in a way, or you just do it. And like routines could be how you want to start your morning, like a morning routine, night routine. What do you do in the day, before school, before practice, what you do at the gym, like routines like that. But for me, and this could go for like multiple people, I do struggle with, I have like once again, a list of things that like I got diagnosed with. I do have ADHD, but I also have OCD. And when I don't get enough sleep, let's say like a good amount of sleep, my OCD will go really bad. But when I get too much sleep, my ADHD gets bad. So it's just like an equal balance. But I do have OCD, and one of my symptoms for OCD, and some people don't even need to have diagnosed with OCD to have like an issue with routines. I'm not saying that, but with my one of my symptoms I struggle with OCD is routines, and it's a big struggle for me. It's almost like I run off of routines rather than like caffeine, coffee. I need to have a routine to get started with my day or whatever it may be. Some routines I grew out of slowly, like when I was younger. Some routines don't last long. Some routines are only depending if I go to the gym, if I have school. Some routines I barely got out of or I'm still doing. It's just like, it's not it's a certain order, but it's all over the place. Like it's with multiple things, just in general. For some things I grew out of is when I was younger, all the way up to like my freshman year, maybe. But yeah, beginning of sophomore year actually. So freshman sophomore year is when it started dying down. A big thing was how often I brush my teeth. Realistically, everyone should brush their teeth morning and night, maybe before like pictures, after you have a meal, like whatever it may be. But you don't need to really do it more than like 2 to 3 times a day unless the dentist tells you otherwise. But with my struggle was I was really insecure about my teeth, with braces, after braces, before braces, and I would brush my teeth after, because I wouldn't brush them when I was younger, because I don't know, I just didn't. Like at age to first grade, I just didn't like brushing my teeth. But then I got really insecure, so I started brushing my teeth too often, and I got like really. I guess it's also good in the long run because it means I have good teeth. Not like good, but like I know how to take care of my teeth and like the right steps. But I would brush my teeth after any meal. Doesn't matter what it was, like a snack, any food that I ate. I would brush my teeth after any food, after any drink besides water. So like Diet Coke, if I had a juice, whatever it may be, I would have to brush my teeth. And before leaving, so whether it was, and before leaving and when I came home. So it's constantly in the bathroom, just brushing my teeth. So before I went to soccer practice, before I went to a friend's house, before I went out at night, always brush my teeth. That's actually like a lot more common though. A lot of people do that before they leave. But the amount of times I would do it, like when I would come home and leave, was starting to get unhealthy because I would also brush my teeth after any meal or try to, or any drink as much as I can. So my gums started like, I started getting gum pains because I would also like change toothpaste a lot, change mouthwash a lot, change my toothbrush a lot. I would go from a manual to an electric. I would go different brands of toothpaste, which can also kind of be bad depending how much you switch it because of the ingredients. I forgot what it's called, but the ingredients in it can also mess up your gums. So I started messing up my gums a bit. Not anything too bad, like the dentist or anything didn't say anything, but I started to feel it. Like minor cuts. Like I said one time in one of my episodes, I had like allergic reaction to pineapple, so I get many cuts. Or with my wisdom teeth growing in the back of my mouth, get minor cuts. So it's not like anything too bad, but I feel it and the stings and stuff. So that's what my gums started to feel like a lot of stinging, a lot of me complaining. And then I got my retainers. And with retainers, they kind of make my gums even more irritated, especially in the beginning of wearing them. Because when you have cuts and wearing a retainer, it's just like painful. So I would be in pain, always like complaining to get ibuprofen. So it took me a while to get out of that routine and be like, okay, my teeth aren't that bad. My teeth aren't going to change or anything. Just to work my way out of it. And the way I got out of that routine actually was, I also just said this in another episode. I had a concussion, really bad concussion. And during that concussion, I couldn't move on my own for a few weeks and do a lot of my routines such as that, like brushing them constantly and stuff because I couldn't get up that much. So I just did day and night. And that kind of helped. The fact that I was doing that for multiple times, just staying in bed, brushing my teeth day and night, and not even think about doing it, is what helped me break that routine because I physically couldn't do it. The other routine I grew out of, this one didn't really do as much damage to my skin. It could have, depending how far I took it, or maybe if I still continued it. But I didn't waste a lot of time. The water and my brothers kept getting mad because I live with two brothers. So when we all share a bathroom, I used to, whenever I showered, no matter if it was a hair shower or not, just a rinse or anything, I do everything by threes. I've always been that way, even since when I was younger. Everything needs to be like by threes in my mind. So if I'm working out at the gym, I have to do three sets of 12, because 3 could go into 12, and if I don't do 3 sets of 12, I feel off. In order for me to remember, like, during spelling test, or when I'm studying for a test, I say it and I write it 21 times, because 3 goes into 21 7 times. And in the shower, I would wash my body, like, do everything I do in the shower. It has to be done 3 times. I would leave my shampoo in my hair for 3 minutes, at least, conditioner in my hair at least 3 minutes, and I would just keep having to wash my hair 3 times, shampoo it, conditioner, 3 times each, wash my body 3 times, do all of that at least 3 times. And that took me forever. I used to take like hours, not like hour, actually sometimes maybe like an hour, between an hour to an hour and 30 minutes with this routine. This routine I broke because it was actually kind of hard for me to break. Sometimes I still would like get in my head and like take a long shower, but I just had to talk myself out of it, only because it wasn't a fan of my brothers, and like the fact that I was always in the bathroom whenever they needed it or something. So I kind of just slowly got out of it. It was like, okay, it's like I would literally talk to myself in the shower. That's how it sounds weird, and it sounds like nothing, but to me it was like it felt like the end of the world. Like, it felt like a heartbreak. I was like, it's okay. I just need to do it once. I'm still gonna be clean. Everything's gonna be fine. My day won't be off. It will be okay. So I slowly talked myself out of it. And I also used to always wash my hair every single day, which is really, if you don't know, that's really bad for your hair. Well, I don't know, depending on like some hair, maybe for guys not, but for like for my type of hair, washing your hair every single day, it's not healthy. It won't grow, it won't have the oils, it won't have any of that. And I used to wash it every single day, 3 times a day. Not 3 times, well, not 3 times a day, but like 3 times in the shower, once a day. And that took forever. And it was because it was like, well, my hair won't be the same. I'm gonna be dirty still. I won't feel off. I won't have a good hair, any of that. And I still didn't have a good hair day because I was going through my awkward phase when I was like 200 pounds. I had like a really bad, I still have a side part, but my side part then, it was absolutely terrible. Like, it was so bad. I wish I could show you a photo right now, but I can't. It was horrendous. And my mom was like, you shouldn't be doing, like, she was trying to tell me, but she was also being so supportive. She was like, hey, maybe try fixing your hair part. Hey, are you sure you want to like wear it like that? Like, what if you tried this way? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And then she'll just let me be, supporting me. And I look back at pictures and stuff, and I'm like, why? What did I think this, like, the side part I have now is 20 times, a million times better than it was before. It was like from the start of my forehead or head to the end. It was so bad. So I don't even know why I thought I was gonna have a bad hair day because I always had a bad hair day. Now I learned the proper hair care and all that, so that can help me too. To not wash my hair every single day. There's no need to. So I do it every 3 days. Every 3 to 7 days, I'll wash my hair, depending how bad it is and what I'm doing. Plus, I wear a hat at work into the gym because I feel more comfortable working out with the hat at the gym. And work is just like, I don't know, common sense. It's like, so no hair gets in food. And I'm not complaining. It's just like, I'm not gonna wash my hair, wear a hat, wash my hair, wear a hat, wash my hair, wear a hat. So I usually just wait it out till days. Like I plan on my gym days and work days on what I wash my hair. And I also like don't shower that long anymore. I try to like do what I gotta do and then leave. I'm not washing everything 3 times, which is good. I don't do that anymore because I wouldn't have time in that in a day now with going to work and like future school and all that and wanting to go out. I just wouldn't have time. So I did break that though, so that's good when I was younger. I want to say around like middle school is when I broke that routine. That's the some stuff I like a two examples I did struggle with when I was younger with my routines. There's a plenty more that I still struggle with or barely stop. Like for example, the gym one I'm currently working on breaking is everyone has a set routine usually when they go to the gym. Some people might not, but a lot of people are like, okay, today's arm day, I'm gonna hit this, I'm gonna do this. Today's leg day, I'm gonna do this and then do this. That's normal. For me, I always have my routines, but something I just barely started was breaking up my days, as in arm days, leg days, back days, all of that. Because when I started working out or losing weight, I got in my head that I told you already, I have to do everything by 3, so 3 sets of 12. But another routine I had with the gym was which was bad, that it was full body every day. And I had to do certain workouts on certain routines, and I will wait for those machines if I need to complete workouts. If I didn't do certain arm and the right amount of arm workouts, I'm gonna feel like my body's too heavy. I'm gonna feel like my body's physically feeling off. Same with the legs, same with cores. So I would take almost 3 hours at the gym just to do a full body workout so I can leave the gym without feeling off. And I would have to go to the gym at the same time every day doing the same thing. And I would wait for a machine if it needs to just so I can do a certain workout. And that's bad because one, that can like overwork your body. Some people, they like doing that. That's them. But you shouldn't overwork your body like that. Two, there was like other leg things I can do that can strengthen my legs and those better routine leg workouts. So you shouldn't be doing that. Plus I'm doing 3 sets of 12 for absolutely everything. And if I didn't complete it, like I would bring a few of my friends to the gym, and I kind of just would stop. Like I felt bad because I wouldn't even talk to them just because I would be in a mood. Because I assumed in my head, great, I'm going with the gym with my friend, so I'm not going to be able to be satisfied with the gym because I can't do everything I always do. So it took me forever to fix that. And I'm still struggling with that. I think I just barely started I literally just barely, within the last week. Yeah, I've been going to the gym. What about it? Yep, that's me, guys. I'm getting strong and I've been eating my protein. But I wouldn't want to do anything else but a full body workout every single set, not like same weights. I kind of like knew that I needed room, like I knew how to use weights, but it just had to be the same workouts, and it was getting tiring and exhausting and boring. So I started doing, okay, leg days, okay, arm days. And I'm not gonna lie, when I barely started doing leg days and then arm days, I kind of felt off, like it kind of threw my mood off. But you win some and you lose some. So sorry, I had to catch my breath right now. I always tell you guys this, but I always forget to breathe when I talk too fast or too much. And either way, I'm working on that, but that's just something that one's not like as bad because I feel like a lot of people need routines when they go to the gym, especially like if you're a bodybuilder, if you're in some sort of competition, if you're like training for something. But for me, that's kind of like a big thing, I guess you can say. Everything I say about my routines is big because it's like one of my biggest struggles, and I don't know how to explain it to make it seem like notice how much of a struggle it really is to me. Because I'll like play it off in front of other people, but if you come into my house, you talk to my like had an interview with my parents, my brothers, you would notice that my like I'm set in my ways when it comes to my routines. If I don't have my routines, I'm a complete B word. Like I'm a monster. Like I'll be in a mood. I don't want to talk to no one. My body feels off. I get anxiety and anxious, and it just drives me insane. Another thing I do, this one I still do, and I think I'm gonna keep doing it because it kind of helps me out in the long run. And I always get lucky that the washer's open. I have to wash my clothes instead of like doing this one also might be normal for people. I don't know. Everyone usually a lot of people more commonly wash their clothes every 5 to 7 days, like at the end of the week or something. But I have to wash my days every 3 days. Wash my days, not days, my clothes. I have to wash my clothes every 3 days. Doesn't matter if someone else needs to wash, I don't care. But it needs to be the third day and I have to wash my clothes. And there might be only like my work clothes in there or something, or pajamas. I don't care. Every 3 days, I need to have clean clothes to wash because, well, that's the only thing that like makes. I don't know. I just think that's a normal routine because, and the way I organize my clothes and put them away, I guess it's considered a routine. I put my clothes like my organize in my drawers and my closets is well not my closet anymore. Well, kind of my closet now because my setup's in my closet. So I only have my shoes in my closet, but my shoes, my shorts, my shorts and my shorts like t-shirts and jackets and stuff. It's all organized in a way. Well, my jackets and like the ones hanging up are all organized by color, and within the color is organized which one I wear most often and how likely I'm gonna wear it. My shorts and my pants are organized by which jeans I'm gonna wear more often and more likely to. Same with my shorts, and then I'll change the routine for that week and be like, okay, which one am I gonna wear? Which one am I gonna wear more often? Because I always need to feel like I need to have all my clothes ready no matter what. So every 3 days, I feel like it's a good number to land on that it's not too like often, but at the same time, it's like okay, I need all my clothes washed, and if I'm gonna put them away, I need to have everything clean to put away. Let's say I'm missing a t-shirt that's supposed to be in a certain spot. I won't put my clothes away unless it's washed by then. So the 3 days thing kind of this all sounds weird and like I'm a freak, but I'm not a freak. I just have routines. And if like I'm hanging out with friends or something or going to a friend's house and sleepover, I'm not gonna like bring my routine out. I'm not gonna be in a bad mood or anything. Like you won't even notice. It's just in my head and how I am. Like when I get anxious and anxiety, unless you're soup like with my best friends or like my family, you won't even notice that I'm anxious or have anxiety because I just talk myself out of it. I've learned how to go in my head and be like, it's okay, it's fine. You're gonna still live. It's gonna nothing's gonna go wrong. You could just do it tomorrow. It's okay. So you won't even notice, honestly. This routine, my next routine I'm about to tell you, I don't do anymore, but this one's ridiculous because it was for ever since I started driving, since the pandemic. I would have to, so Dutch Bros, I would have to go every single morning. It's not because I liked it, because I wanted it. It's because I could care less about, like, I could go a day without Dutch Bros myself. Like, drinking a Dutch Bros, I'm okay with going a few days without it. But it's the fact that it was in my routine. So I would have to wake up, get ready and everything, and I don't care where it's going to make me late to, whether it's school, if I worked at the time, online school, if it's going to make my, like, family, whoever I'm bringing in late, I don't care because I would have to stop at Dutch Bros. My brother and I would always get in arguments about it, and the days I didn't go, I would be in the worst mood. I would sometimes skip first hour. I would drop my brother off so he's not late and still go because I would be like, okay, yeah, it's fine. I won't go to Dutch Bros. It's fine. I'm not gonna feel off. And then as I'm sitting in my car, I get anxious, like, oh my god, everything's off. This doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm breaking my routine, so I'm gonna have a bad day. So I would leave the parking lot just to go. And it's not like I'm okay. Like I said, I'm okay without it. But I used to spend my parents' money on it, but then I started spending my money, and I spent so much money on it because I felt the need to go, unless or else my day was off. And that could be like whether it just happened to be Dutch Bros. It could be Starbucks. It could be anything I need to stop at. It just happened to be Dutch Bros. And if I didn't go, my whole day was off. I was in a mood. I would I would really skip first hour. I would be late to first hour. My brother would be late to first hour. I would be in a mood, so I'll probably end up leaving school early. I would be in the or just be in a mood to like the end of the day, talking and complaining to everyone. Just a bad attitude because I feel like it didn't go. But then what broke it was recently, cause not too recently, like within the last month. Going on back-to-back trips helped me break that routine because it kind of was like, okay, I'm going out of town for like this many days, and I'm gonna go home for what, 2 days, and then leave again. So it kind of like forced me to break going to Dutch Bros every single morning when I wake up, because well, when you're out of state, what does it have it, and you're with family, it's not like you're gonna be like, okay, I need to go do this, I need to go do that. So that's good. I don't even go as much anymore. I probably just gotta like, oh well, I got 2 days in a row now, but that's different. It wasn't in the morning. It was like later on in the days. This next routine is actually what I'm struggling with right now. By that, so before I was always, my mom raised me, not raised me, I always saw my mom do it, so I was like, I need to do it too. Before my mom ever left for a business trip or any kind of trip, whether it's a day trip, weekend trip, a week's trip, no matter if I'm like, if people are still gonna be home, if before she left, she had to clean the house. She had to clean her room, the bathroom, and the kitchen and living room, just so she could come home to a clean house. And seeing her do that kind of put me, I started doing it too. I was like, oh, that's actually a good idea. That's nice. But then it started becoming a routine. And I'm actually stressing out about it because I'm going to break that routine. I packed and everything, just barely packed. But whenever I leave, like I went on this trip, I was like, no, I'm going to just stay home and clean the whole night. Or before I leave, like spend an hour or two cleaning, just so I could come home to either like a clean bathroom, clean room, organized and everything. So I'm just not worrying about it. I haven't done that. I did not clean my room today or rearrange it or organize it or any of that. So my room's a complete disaster. And by the time I'm done recording this, I'm gonna just have to jump in the car because I'm not gonna have time to clean my room, or the bathroom. So it's kind of stressing me out. I was kind of stressed out this whole morning. I was with my friend because I spent the night at my friend's house because I'm not leaving till like 2, which is also on me because I didn't need to spend the night. I could have just cleaned my room, but I'm gonna be gone for 10 days. I was like, you know what, I might as well, YOLO. And that's on me because I didn't, I just have to accept the fact that it's on me and I didn't do it, but I was in a mood. And at work, I was kind of like in my own head, like, oh my god, I want to go to my friends, but I need to clean. Like getting in my own head. So it was kind of making me distracted, and I've been distracted ever since. And this morning, I was like you could tell I was being anxious, and my friend was like, hey, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? I was like, oh no, nothing's fine. Like, I'm fine with singing. Like, you could tell there's an attitude with me because it's my friend, by the way. I know I said, like, you won't notice, but like, I'm always at the house. Like, this is like my best friends. The whole family is my best friends. So, like, I'm always there. So, it's different. They can see when I'm anxious. And I was like, it's fine. It's whatever. And I'm still anxious. It's been bothering me. I've been in a mood. I've been giving attitude to everyone in my text messages. I've been ignoring everyone. I just been shutting everyone out because I don't want to go on my phone or anything because I am not thinking straight because I'm so anxious. So look, I was kind of distracted. Like, oh my god, gotta make sure I'm just trying to bring my mind back into the moment. So I do this thing where I think it's like 5 by 5. I don't know what it's called, but it's like 5, 3, 2, 1. I don't know actually what she says. 5 sentences. It's like when you like look at 5, let's say, red things. So I look at 5 red things in the room. Try to smell 3 things. Hear 2 things or something like that. So I try to get back in the moment to like ground it in a way. So I try to do that at work. I was like, okay, fine. I'm good now. Let me just make sure the work is ready to close down. I'm helping customers, all that. And then I just kept getting distracted because I was like, oh, I want to go to my friend's. So I go to my friend's house afterwards, eating In-N-Out. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home because I don't want to look at my room and the clothes needing to go in my suitcase. I was like, I don't want to freak out about this. I don't want to worry about it. I was taking my sweet time eating at my In-N-Out, so I just didn't have to think about it. So then I went home to get clothes to spend the night, and I was like, oh my god. So when I saw it, my messy room, the messy bathroom, and my clothes, and it's honestly not that messy. It's like something that, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's messy, but it's also not messy at the same time. But it was just like the fact that I saw it and I'm still thinking about it. I didn't sleep at, well, I don't usually sleep. I do this thing, well, I always struggle with sleeping. That's always been a thing for me since I think it's like a trauma. I don't know what it is. But it's always been a big struggle with me. Like, I sleep, but I don't sleep. I'll close my eyes, forcing myself to sleep. But you know when you like force yourself to sleep, you're tossing and turning, and then you're just waking up early, or you just like wake up kind of like more exhausted because you're like, ugh, or a headache because you're like forcing your eyes closed and like grinding your teeth. That's usually what I do. There have been nights where I'm like get a nice good sleep, which is pretty rare. Or there's days I'll just stay up super late. There's no in between. I'm either super exhausted and lay down and force my eyes closed. I'll either extremely knock out every once in a while, or I'll just stay up super duper late to like 6 a.m. talking or something. And it was like I forced myself to go to sleep to not think about it. So I ended up like opening my eyes or like waking up at 6, and I've been up since just thinking about it. I was like, oh my god, I still need to do all of this. I have to get my eyebrows done. I have to go to the store and get the stuff for the trip. I have to pack. I have to finish packing, like putting it in the suitcase because I already picked it out. And I was like, I have to clean my room. I have to clean the bathroom. I have to get everything set up. Like, what if I'm not ready in time? I didn't. I didn't clean my room. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, also, talking to you guys right now, not you guys, I'm talking to Mike, so technically you guys, because you guys are listening, talking right now about it, it's kind of making me feel better, like, okay, it's off my chest, I'm talking about it out loud, I'm not, like, going in my head, overlapping what are my thoughts, and the fact that it may not get done, so it's kind of making me feel better, but that's the routine I'm struggling with right now. That's like my biggest struggle at the exact moment. That's gonna last probably till I leave and I'm gonna forget about it on the drive or whatever. But that's what I'm struggling with. That's my current. And these routines, like I said, when I say routines, I know everyone has a routine, and like routines may sound like nothing or like nothing to anyone else. And the routines I told you guys probably like, this isn't even like bad. That's not even bad. Like, why is she over exaggerating? Like, she's just complaining. Like, she doesn't get it. Like, people struggle with it's like the biggest deal for me. Breaking a routine is, if I could break a routine and be comfortable with the fact that I broke that routine, it's a miracle. It's like the biggest accomplishment on my end. Like, okay, I did this, I broke a routine, and I'm still fine. Some people might, that's like nothing, no, like that's not, and sometimes I'm like, ugh, why do and I get mad at myself because I'm like, it's just a small routine, why do I need it so bad? Because like, I want to end it, I do want to end like my routines, or I don't want to like fully end them, I just want to be comfortable enough. I'm like, if I don't do something 3 times, wash my clothes every 3 days, clean my room before like a trip right now, I want to be able to be like, it's fine, it's whatever, life goes on. Still going on a trip. I'm gonna have a great time. I'm lucky enough to even go on a trip. How am I gonna complain about and freak out about on the trip or before the trip that my room's dirty? I'm lucky enough to even go on a trip, but I just can't. I can't just stop thinking about it or break it because it's like it's engraved in my head in a way. Like that's what I want. You know how people say like America runs off Dunkin'? That Dunkin's like all caffeine, like coffee. I don't even drink coffee though. Like I like Dunkin' Donuts, everyone. Like I do like the donuts at Dunkin'. My favorite donuts are Bosa donuts. And I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna get a glazed donut or whatever. But I don't like coffee. If I go to Starbucks, or I'll go to Dutch Bros for coffee every once in a while if I like crave it. Only because if I go to Dutch Bros, it doesn't taste like coffee to me for what I get. It tastes like a caramel milkshake, and I love sugar. So a caramel milkshake, Or like I'll go to Dutch Bros and be like, can I get a caramel frap, extra caramel? And guess what? Extra caramel, no matter what, you never taste the coffee. So if you hate coffee but you want to drink coffee, or you just have a craving for coffee for some reason, like your body is craving it, just ask for extra caramel or something, like an extra flavoring. You're fine. You don't even taste the coffee. I'd be like, hey, can you add enough so I don't taste the coffee? And it sounds like stupid too. This whole podcast probably sounds stupid, but it's one of my biggest struggles. And I don't know if other people struggle with it. And if you do, you'll live. Everyone has different methods. Like this one guy yesterday at my friend's house, we were all like talking a little sucky. He was like, because he asked me if I had like a disorder type thing. I was like, yeah, what about it? He was like, so what do you do when you get mad? Like, how do you talk yourself out? And I think we should figure out a way to help him. But when I get mad, there's no really no, like, it takes, ooh, when I get mad, that's also another struggle. That's not even a routine. That's just me, like, having to talk myself down. Or just, like, I don't know, actually. I couldn't even give him an answer. I said, I don't know. I said, I'm still finding that one because I just don't know. You know what's also routine? Actually, I don't know if this is routine or what it's considered, but whenever I have a drink that's like now what? So let's say, and everyone says Diet Coke is gross and everything and it causes cancer and all that. Let me tell you this. Yeah, dark soda is bad for your bones, bad for your teeth. That's any dark soda or any soda. It may cause cancer, but at the same time, soda's looking at your phone screen, a tablet, a TV, like anything. Breathing probably the air outside because of all the cars and everything could give cancer. Without the construction, gives cancer. And it might, yeah, sodium and all that does make you fat. But if you want a Diet Coke and you don't want it to stain your teeth or something, if you're worried about that stuff or don't want to like gain weight, drink it with don't drink it on an empty stomach. Like drink it when you're eating like a dinner or something. I'm not like saying drink it all day because I usually have it like when I eat dinner or when I'm like having a certain meal. Not in the morning. Obviously it has to be like past 3 at least. I'll be drinking it, but I have a meal. Like I'm eating something because then you don't. So I don't want to keep drinking soda, so it doesn't give me that sodium type fat thing like bloating. And I also won't stain my teeth because I'm not just full on drinking soda and like it's staining my teeth. Like I talked to my dentist about it. Like so what? Hate Diet soda. I don't care. I like me some Diet Coke, guys. What are you gonna do about it? Take Diet Coke away? Tell me that it's bad for me? Because I will not care. At this point, anything's bad for anyone. Like I have the biggest sugar problem and like sweet stuff like that. I won't drink Coke though. I think Coke is like too sweet knowing that the sugar and all that. I'll drink like 7-Up, sugar free, like a Diet 7-Up or Diet Sprite, but only Diet Coke, Diet sodas like that. I won't drink Pepsi's, any Diet Pepsi, none of that. I just don't like the Pepsi products, but I love Diet Coke, and you're not gonna do anything about it. And what about it? But so back to what I was saying. So let's say I'm like drinking like a Diet Coke or I won't drink juice. I don't like drinking juice like that. Maybe orange juice or cranberry. So let's just say I'm drinking something that's not water. Or I always need to have a water with me. I can't just drink something and not have water. So let's say I go to Dutch Bros, I have to have a water bottle with me. Let's say I'm eating dinner and going to a restaurant, and I order a tea or iced tea or a Diet Coke, like I said, and needs to have a water. I need to have water with it because I have to have a sip of a Dutch Bros, a Diet Coke, of orange juice, cranberry juice. After I have a sip of it or an energy drink, I need to be able to put it down knowing I can pick up my water and drink it too. Why I do that, I don't know. But sometimes I get anxiety knowing that I'm like, okay, well, if I don't have water with me, or I can't, like, I have to pick one or the other, I would always pick water just because I'm like, well, you need water. It's, like, good for you. But at the same time, I don't want to drink something that's not, like, that I don't have water with. Another thing I broke when I was younger, this is just because, like, I'm not going to call them family only because, like, there's drama on that side, but this bad, like, so they taught me, it's not like bad, but it's kind of like I don't know. So when you eat, they always told me not to drink my drink. Eat first, whether it's water, Diet Coke, like I said, whether it's water, Diet Coke, or juice at the time, chocolate milk. I don't care what's in the cup. If I'm eating a meal or something, I have to finish the meal and then I can have my drink. But I can't eat, drink a few sips, take my time, and then eat. I had to eat and then drink. That's how I own my beverage, like a drink. So I had to break that too for a while. I don't know, like, it wasn't really that bad. Like, it was just in my head thing. Like, it wasn't like a routine, but it was like, okay, I can eat this meal and have a sip of my drinks. It doesn't matter what happens because they're not there anymore, so I could do it, So that's like, I don't know if that's a routine or habit. Sorry, I had to, like, catch my breath for a minute. But you want to know what's funny? So this is kind of like, okay, I'm not saying smoking weed, like getting a med card and all of that I don't promote it. Like, if you're against it, you're against it. If you're with it, you're with it. I was talking to my doctor about it because I don't care. Like, whatever you do, whatever makes you happy, just do it. But I went to the doctor because he just kept prescribing me like pills, medication, like pills. I was like, do you think there's like another option, like an oil, or maybe I could get a med card so I'm not like always taking a pill? Because like they both can mess up your brain or wire your brain. Like weed or pills, I feel like they both can like do the same damage. So I was like, I don't know if I want to keep taking multiple pills and certain like new pills randomly. Do you think I could just try like a med card? And you know what's funny? So weed, like a big thing with weed is that it messes up your lungs. Right after right after before I asked him that, because like we were going on about meds, I told him about my allergies and how my breathing's been bad, like my asthma. Like, yeah, my asthma's bad. And then after they're like, yeah, so can I just get a med card instead? That's the story. That's what I thought was funny, because it was like I'm talking about how I can't breathe, and I was like, yeah, but can I get something that I can inhale? Get it? Because it's like I'm not gonna help my this story has nothing to do with like marijuana or the meds. It just has to me being like, yeah, I went to the doctor to check my asthma, and then it was kind of like, what's the word? Iconic, ironic. I was like, yeah, but can I smoke weed type thing? Like inhale something in my lungs, and I'm like barely able to breathe out of my lungs, like currently, like right now. Like you hear me struggling type thing. Oh, I don't know. That's really funny, actually. I don't know if a lot of people are getting that. I get it. I thought it was funny. I was so excited to tell someone. I was like, that's so funny of me. Like, right afterwards, I was like, yeah, can I smoke weed, though? And he was like, no, no, no. No, no, no. I was like, okay, well, I just want to take med. Like, with that being said, I do have to go because I was supposed to leave at 2 and it's 2:13 now. And I'm actually recording naked. By naked, I mean like I have my undergarments and all that on. But I'm sitting in my chair talking in a mic because it's in my closet and everything. And I have to go on this trip. So I'm going to end the podcast because there's like, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's about like one of my struggles with just routines and how I'm set in my ways. And routines may be pointless to you. This podcast may be pointless to you. It may sound like I'm being dramatic and everything, but routines are like one of my biggest struggles. No matter what it may be with, whether it's going out, whether it's my planning my day, those are just some of the things I've like routines, like one of my biggest, once again, struggles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Maybe it helped you out with how I got past some routines. Maybe it was interesting to hear about someone like me, because you wouldn't really think about it if you see me online, or like you're not my best friend, you probably won't even see it, that I get anxious with certain routines. But you know what else I've been struggling with? This isn't a routine or anything to do with any of that stuff. So you know how I told you I was watching Stranger Things, like I'm binge watching Stranger Things? Well, I got into season 4, I think on like episode 3. I'm not going to do any spoiler alerts that much. Not like any name calling or anything. But one of my favorite characters, it's kind of getting sad because like people are dying, obviously. And then one of the characters discovered that like they might pass, like they might die too. And I'm kind of afraid because like I feel like they will, but I don't want to keep watching because I don't want to see my favorite character die. And I feel like if I see my favorite character, one of my favorite character dies, then I'm just not going to watch Stranger Things. So I'm like, well, my favorite character is dead, so what's the point? So I'm like kind of like hesitant to keep continuing watching. So I kind of just turn it off right now. Not like right now, like an hour ago-ish or 2 hours ago-ish, around 12, because like I don't want to see my favorite character die. So I think I'm going to do it on the road trip. I might watch on the road trip. I might edit this on the road trip. I don't know. But where I'm going, there's going to be no Wi-Fi. So I'm hoping that this still like can post. I'm hoping that even if I set it up on the schedule, it still posts automatically. Even though I'm not going to have Wi-Fi. I don't know. I'll figure it out though. Like there's usually a spot. But I'm going to end this podcast because I got to go on this trip. And I will catch you guys later. Goodbye. I feel like if I took singing classes or like tried, because isn't like vocal cords like a muscle, so like if you practice you'll be good. Goodbye. I feel like I could be pretty good. Like when a British person sings and like they're really good and you don't hear the accent. I thought I could sing for a while, but I couldn't. But I feel like if I practice, goodbye. I'll catch you guys next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed.